Hi, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this short video, I'm gonna be explaining direct and indirect object. In English language, there are some verbs which can take two objects. And we use these verbs to talk about a situation that someone has done something for someone else. These verbs, are intransitive verbs. They take prepositions, and usually there are two special prepositions, for and to. So I have written some of those special verbs over here. Buy for, bring for, cook for, send to, teach to, and show to. Look at the first example. I sent him a gift. Here we have two objects, a him and a gift. Usually the person in this case is indirect object and the thing is direct object. So him here is indirect object and the thing, the gift, is direct object. So someone has done something for someone else. When we use these verbs, it means that someone has done something for someone else. I sent him a gift. When the indirect object, which is usually person, comes first in your sentence after your main verb, you do not need any preposition between the two objects. Like here, I sent him a gift. And I would say it's more formal in spoken English, and somehow it's kind of informal way to say, I sent him a gift. But if you want to bring the direct object first over here, the thing, and the indirect object, secondly, you need a preposition. And we have just two specific prepositions. With some of these verbs, we use for, and with some of them, we use to. Look at the second example. I'll buy you a book. Again, we have two objects, you and a book. Because the indirect object, which is a person, comes first after the main verb of the sentence, there is no need to bring, a preposition between the two objects over here. But if you want to use the direct object first, okay, sorry, I've written, instead of a book, I've written a gift over here. Okay, I'll buy a book. So now, in this example, in this sentence, a book, which is the direct object, and you, which is the indirect object. So the direct object comes first after main verb, and therefore we need a preposition. So it would be somehow more formal to, say it this way, I'll buy a book for you. And I'll buy you a book. It would be somehow, informal, and it's very common in spoken English. However, in many languages, this way is not possible, to use, this way. But in English, it's common. People use this way. So now, these verbs could be called double transitive or ditransitive verbs, according to grammar. Because a transitive verb is the one that takes an object directly. And, it needs an object, because without an object, the verb does not give a complete meaning. So now, these verbs take two objects, so therefore, according to grammar, we can call them double transitive verbs. There's just a few of those verbs. There could be more. There are more, I'm pretty sure. But I just brought the most common ones over here. I hope you got the idea how to use, these double transitive verbs in your sentences. Don't forget that, the thing is usually a direct object, and the person is indirect object. For example, if I say, I sent a letter to him. So first, the letter, which is the direct object, received my action. I wrote it. So, and then the person became indirect object. After that, that person received, that letter. So the person became indirect object. Okay, have a great time. Enough, the explanation about this point. Bye-bye.